Next guest here is Andrew McWilliam, freshman defenseman, big bruising defenseman. He actually won our hit of the game for each game this weekend, which is not very doesn't happen too often. So good job on that. Maybe you can tell us your most embarrassing song on your iPod, Mac.
Ooh, it's probably something from Celine Dion, maybe "The Power of Love." I don't know, me and a good buddy of mine used to crank that in the room back in juniors. Morsey, if you're watching, those are good times. Shut the lights off and put on "The Power of Love."
Not too sure of Morsey, if you guys are listening to "The Power of Love" in the locker room, but to each his own. Tell us a little bit about your roommate and how that situation is for you.
I room with Carter Rowney, another Alberta boy, so we get along well. I think he gets a little annoyed from my messiness from time to time, but I try to keep it in check.
So he'll probably do a little bit of a complaining about you, I guess, when I talk to him.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I can't complain a whole lot because he brought everything that makes our room our room. I mean, the Xbox, the TV, and the fridge were pretty key components, and I brought some scented candles and a nice poster.
Scented candles and "The Power of Love." Celine Dion. I'm kind of wondering if I should be scooting away from you here. Last question, Mac. I'm familiar. We played in a tournament together when we were playing juniors, and your team actually beat my team out of the playoffs my last year junior. And I think you guys went on and you come in second that year, I think, in the country. But then last year you were the captain of your team, and I'm pretty sure you guys finished near the bottom, if not last in the league. Is there any correlation there between you being captain and the success of your team?
Well, that's a loaded question, Mr. Hextall. I mean, I don't know if we have time to go into depth, but for one, we didn't finish last. And I'd like to point out that at the beginning of the year I wasn't the captain, and we were 1-13 and something, and then after...
Tough start.
Yeah, real tough start. And after a couple, incidents, I guess, there was a changing of the guard, and we finished the year above 500, which was a lot better than our start. So, I mean, that's something. And we beat actually Aaron Dell's team, who was ahead of us in the season rankings, first round of playoffs, and took the first place team to Game 7. So, I mean, some people call it failure. I mean, I look at success. Half glass full kind of guy.
Okay. It's a loaded response for a loaded question, and let me get this right. You're suggesting that once you kind of took over as captain, things started going in the right direction?
I think they went towards the right direction. I mean, obviously there's a lot of guys that pitched in. I mean, it wasn't a one-man show, It was definitely a democracy, not a dictatorship.
You're saying all the right things here, Mac. I appreciate you coming on the show today and being a guest.
Thank you, Brett.
Tate Maris is our next guest, freshman goalie. Well, I guess you're really a sophomore, but your first year with our team, so we call you a freshie and treat you like a freshie. Tate, tell us the most embarrassing song on your iPod.
I'd have to say it's probably a tie, either between my own stuff or I have the entire High School Musical soundtrack on my iPod, the first movie.
That is embarrassing. Just went down a notch, sorry. Next question. Tell us a little bit about your roommate situation. I guess you're not in the dorms. Tell us what's going on with your roommate situation.
I have one.
But not someone on the team. You're a little different than the rest of the guys. Tell us about that.
It's a little bit weird. Yeah. He's a friend. I had him in the dorms last year. Just became friends. He's a goalie too, actually, and just decided to live together. Your
classmate Michael Cici said that the most embarrassing song on his iPod was one of your songs.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I want to know why he knows all the words and sings to me, my own songs to me. So,
Ha.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I disagree. I think your music is fantastic. You've pulled out your guitar and played for the guys and for other people, and you know what? You're fantastic. Keep it up. Maybe we can get you to play on one of the episodes here soon.
I'd love to, and I think you're fantastic on the show. Watch every episode, so.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah. It's good to hear that stuff once in a while.
Yeah. Well, you've touched me. You've touched a lot of guys here.
Tate Maris, probably the best guy ever.
Here we are with freshman forward Corbin Knight. Corbin, I believe this is also your first appearance, so again, more exciting times. But Corbin, we're going to start you off with your first question, and why don't you tell us what the most embarrassing song on your iPod is?
As a lot of guys have probably said before, I don't think it's embarrassing. I like it, but I have a lot of the Jonas Brothers, on my iPod.
This last question, you might be a little sensitive, but there has been rumors flying around that yourself and Joe Gleason may tickle each other in your spare time. Is that true?
It's purely just through friendship that we tickle each other. I don't know. You really came out of left field on this one. Yeah, we wrestle, we tickle each other. It's just
kids being kids, right?
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just purely fun.
I'm joined now by another freshman forward, Carter Rowney, or Rooney, as I like to call him. Carter, maybe you can tell us the most embarrassing song on your iPod.
The most embarrassing song would probably be Spice Girls Wannabe, but I don't think it's that embarrassing because I think a lot of people have that on their iPod, and a lot of people know the words to that too.
I completely support you on that one. I think it's a great song. Spice Girls, back in the day, loved them. Classic, never dies. It's timeless music. Next question. Tell us a little bit about your roommate and what your roommate situation is.
I'm living with Mac, or Andrew McWilliam. We get along pretty good. He's kind of a little messy, a little bit. He's got his little corner that stinks sometimes. But other than that, we get along good.
You get along well.
Yeah, we get along well. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, Mac was telling us earlier that he's a little bit sloppy and thinks you might, get a little annoyed at the mess he leaves in the room.
Yeah, it's just that one corner. You get up, you shower, you go to put your clothes on, then all of a sudden you get that little smell over there from his little corner, and it's just not a good thing to wake up to.
All right, here we are with freshman goalie and his equipment, Aaron Dell. Aaron, this is your second appearance. You kind of taken the Freshie reins as far as being on the show. So I'm just going to expect that you're going to have some veteran experience here. So what is the most embarrassing song on your iPod?
I like metal.
Can you speak up a little?
I like metal.
Well, that's good music. It's not that embarrassing, but all right. Well, tell us a little bit about who your roommate is and a little bit about him.
It's my pads.
It's your goalie pads. Do you live with your pads? You don't know?
Ryan Hill.
So can you tell us a little bit about him?
Yeah.
Can you tell us something?
Yeah.
What?
Ryan.
Well, that's him. Aaron, it was a pleasure having your awkwardness on the show once again, and as you can see, you bring a tear to my eye when you come on the show. And Aaron, I hope we get you on real soon because you're always a treat. So this is Mario and Brett. This is episode whatever. Freshies Gone Wild and Freshies Gone Weird, and we'll see you next week.